So we're back and we're going to show you the actual cooking part, the hot preparation method of this. We're going to start with the pan that I've got warming up now. It is on medium-high heat, and we're actually going to put our oil in. I like to use olive oil in a tin. Always buy your olive oil in a tin. Sunlight and oxygen destroy food, and mostly sunlight will destroy your liquids. That's why milk comes in a cloudy container. That's why beer comes in a not completely transparent glass, like a brown or green or opaque glass, except for Corona, which that's Corona.
Yeah.
But anyways, you want to buy the tin and promote California olive oil, Spanish olive oil. Don't buy from Italy right now. Just right now. It might be better in 5-10 years. Who knows? It's a mafia thing. Anyways, we're going to start off with a little olive oil. You can see our pan's starting to get there. It's rippling. And then we're going to season this olive oil with just a couple drops of this toasted sesame oil. Super strong. You do not want to use a lot of this toasted sesame oil. Just a couple drops. Any more and you'll have a rough time. Alright. We're going to let our pan continue to get a little bit warm. You don't want this oil to smoke, but not hot enough yet. While we're waiting for that, we're going to season our fish. I like to use kosher salt. In fact, that's the only salt I'll ever use. And not too much because we're going to use soy sauce, so I have about half a teaspoon here. And I may not even use all that. Just enough. Yep, that's good. And then for a little spice, we're going to add just a grind or two cracked black pepper. I'm going to toss that gently on our plate here, and we're going to put it in our pan that we have heating up. When you put it in your pan, don't overcrowd. Kind of space out your bigger pieces first. And then space in your small pieces wherever you have room. But always start from one end and go to the other end. Don't put it all in at the same time. Alright, so we got this cooking. Give it a little tiny shake there just to make sure we got nothing sticking. We're going to turn the heat up just a little bit. Now that we have the product in there, you're not going to get any smoke. Your oil's not going to burn. So now a little kitchen hack. If you don't have a grease flat catcher, which they do sell, and I need to get one, you can just use a paper towel. Just pop it over here real quick. That way you'll keep your cook area nice and clean. Just a little kitchen hack. Super cheap. And then you can use this paper towel later for cleaning your non-stick pan. So now you can see we got a little white coming through. We're starting to get about halfway cooked. And the fish is starting to get seared. We're just going to give it a little turn. And if you don't know how to use chopsticks, no big deal. Just make sure you're not scraping your Teflon if that's the type of pan you're using. I'm using a Teflon pan because that's what most people have in their kitchen. And most people don't have a nice $90 wok or the range to even properly use a wok. So we're using a Teflon pan. Alright. We're going to get this, we're going to cover this up for another, I don't know, few seconds, not too much longer. Do not cook the fish through at this point. What we're going to do is we're going to plop the fish right on our prep plate here. So we're going to do this so you can see it. Gently. And gently. Alright, now we're going to put that down there. We're going to leave all the fishiness in there, all that good fishiness. Let the pan heat up just a little bit more. Since we turned up the heat, it's not going to take too long. And now we're going to put in our zucchini. I'm just going to grab it with my hand so I don't accidentally grab something else or knock something else in there. We're cooking these at different stages because they have different cook times. The zucchini will take the longest, the green onion will be the second longest. The ginger will flavor things and you don't want too much heat on that, so you're only cooking that for maybe a minute. And once we get a little sear on this, we're going to add the white part of the green onion that we cooked. So we want that to be seared too. We want that to have some color. Let's turn this down. Add it out. Alright, you can see our zucchini squash is starting to get a little sear on it. And that's perfect. What we're going to do is we're going to add our ginger. And then we're going to add our fish back on top of this. You just put it in your plate that you're going to serve with. And then microwave it. Just when you microwave it, make sure you cover it. So I just use this. It's great. Microwave it for 1.5 minutes. And that's good. So now that we have our fish added, we're going to start to make a sauce. Rotate your zucchini to, hit any parts that are kind of raw. And we're going to start off with a little bit of low sodium. Turn your pan off at this point. So low sodium. Going to hit it with just a tiny bit of lime juice. And a little bit of oyster sauce. If you don't like oyster sauce, you can substitute it with a little bit of hoisin or something like that. I figure keep the seafood. And again, we just use just a tiny bit of oyster sauce, and that's going to caramelize everything in your pan and give it that kind of signature Asian appeal. So that's the hot part. Our rice is cooking, and I'll show you how to plate. Plating your food can kind of differentiate or elevate your dish. People eat with their eyes is what I'm trying to say. It's easier to show than to explain, so I'll just show you. We're going to gently let this fall on top of the rice. All that sauce is just cooked in there, looking delicious. And take your avocado, peel it out. Make sure there's no brown or gross parts. Kind of just push it slightly in your hand. And then flip it over. Push it together if need be, and then we're going to take our green onions as a final little top. And you can garnish with a little extra toasted sesame seeds. I got some sesame oil in there. If you want to finish it off and give it that over the top, and just do a little bit of soy sauce. And that's how you turn $7 into something delicious. Bargain fish into something I could sell for probably $15 at a restaurant. And with the amount of product I bought, I could probably make 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
So $7, or actually this cost me $2.50. C'est la vie.
Oh, yeah.